Blog Talk Radio.
Live from the headquarters of TiVoMike Solutions, it's the TiVoMike Show. Sin is dumb, grace is king, it's easy as that. And remember, die to self has so taken the place of YOLO, it's the life model of choice. I'm your host, Michael TiVoMike Jefferson.
And I'm entertainment guru, Mike Warner. Thank you for joining us, Saints. We're so glad you're here.
Because it's Thursday, which means we made it through another week. I didn't get fired from Blog Talk Radio.
Yes.
Which is important because I say things that just come to mind.
Yeah, we all do.
And that's how it should be. I think we need to make sure that disgusting perverts are told about themselves. Okay? Charlie Rose, 75. And I'm mad because I let this lie come to me. He's a legend. He's a journalist. The way he says 90 seconds.
I can't deal with it.
I had two reasons I watched CBS this morning. For the eye-opener when he did the introduction and Gayle King.
Yeah.
Now I'm down just to Gayle King. Gayle, you can't be guilty of nothing. Not a insider trading, not a nothing. Okay? Because then I have no hope for the world. So, it is Thursday, and we're talking box office numbers, people. And then tomorrow, Friday, we're talking about all the movies that Mike and I have seen, not the same ones, that we recommend or de-recommend for you to go. And I know you're going to say this, de-recommend is not even a word. Well, when you get a radio show on podcast that's the highest rated and the fastest growing podcast infused godcast in the nation, then you can make up your own words too. But until then, sit down.
That's right.
Ain't no one got time for that. To steal a black woman's words.
And before we hit into the money for the movies this past coming.
He likes doing that a lot. Before we go into the cool stuff.
Before we do, I just have to say this
cool
because Jaden-Smith, right, everyone gives him a lot of crap.
Yeah, because he's transgender, right?
No, he's not.
I thought he was wearing glasses.
That was a European phase.
Oh.
It's not. He doesn't even do it anymore.
Okay.
But he has come out recently with an album.
Oh.
And
I was like, he's gay now?
I have to say, talent did not fall far from the tree.
Uh-oh, what's the name of it?
Because he's a pretty good lyricist.
Perfect.
No, it wasn't. I think this one's coming out. I think it's the Cool Cafe, if I remember correctly. But I listened to a song because my brother put it up on Facebook, and he was like, "Oh, probably more. He's a better lyricist than some of the people out there today." And I have to say, listen, you guys better watch out, because some of y'all rappers like to come for his dad, and this boy can spit game, so you might end up on the chopping block, and if you got more than one Smith coming after you, chances are your career is not going to go very far.
Right?
So, just take a look out, keep an eye out for it.
And what's it called again?
I believe it's called The Cool Cafe. His group is Misfits. Some of the people he rapped with in there, but the song was really good. I actually bought it from iTunes because I was just like, wow, okay, Jaden-Smith can rap. All right, I'll give it to you. And I like it because he can rap and there's some singing in it, but it's not like he's trying to be a singer. It's like just not having to pay somebody else to do the hook.
Right.
Thankfully, he has a great little sister who can sing, so he should always have someone who can play the hook.
See?
She whipped her hair back and forth.
Whip your hair back and forth. I whip my hair back and forth. I whip my hair back and forth, so then I shave my head.
Exactly.
That's silly.
So just keep an eye out for him.
Shave what your mama gave you.
And
Get
he's
it?
only 19.
What your mama gave you because she gave you hair.
And he's only 19.
Wow, really? He's old now. That means I knew Will Smith before he had the kid.
I knew him before.
That means I'm really old.
I knew him before the Just the Two of Us.
Right.
Yes.
I knew him when they were still talking about parents don't understand.
Yes.
I'm like, now you're the parent who don't understand. Because I know when his son bought the dress, He didn't understand.
I can't.
And Will was like, my dad don't understand. No one understands. Anyway, if I ever get that rich and famous, I'll punch my boy in the face. I'm so sorry. Nope, not happening, son. Not on my watch, not with my money. But Dad, it was my movie that you did with me. It's my money. I brought you in this world, I'll take you out. Wearing a dress. I can't do it.
If you lived in London, you would have worn it.
Nope, we're moving then. Same thing with the people who are starving because there's no food around. Move. Where there's a place in the world where men wear dresses, we're moving. Let's go, son. And how did he get the dress? He had to go buy it somehow. He had to take it home and at some time put it in his closet before he put it on. No. Like, son, if you buy that dress, we're done. You're out of the will. You are out of the house. I want you. If you say yes to the dress, just say it. All right. So the box office. I just want to be clear, because to be unclear is to be unkind. So I hope I wasn't unclear about where I stand on men in dresses. Ridiculous. Well, I just think people sexually fluid. It's a dress. Thank you. Anyway, so the box office numbers are quite phenomenal last weekend, people, because people are still seeing movies despite the fire sticks. So what's happening is people are going to the movies, and the top 10 looks like have brought in almost $500 million. Just 10 movies. So I don't want to hear nothing about we don't have no cash. All we got to do, look at this. They had, so number 10 was 3 billboards outside Esbeen, Missouri. I want to see that movie.
That actually looks really good.
Yes. It's not at our cinema.
Well, I don't understand the downplay on it. So, like, they got, like, 1 or 2 previews.
Thank you.
And select cities.
What do they do? Thank you. And how do you become a select city? How do you want people to see it? How do you become a city that gets selected?
I don't know.
Is there a website, your agenda you add to the list?
Something. Do
you have to have really, really young women and off for Weinstein to come in? Like, how does this happen?
I can't.
Come on now. We got to find a lady to take one for the team for everybody. Ridiculous. Select cities. Get the flip out of here. It costs 2 cents to distribute nowadays.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's not like they're delivering the movies by horse and buggy. You know what I mean?
No, exactly.
So they made 1.6 so far this weekend, but in total, $4,839,000. That's a lot of money, bless God.
That is.
Even my neighbor's excited about that. They're like, she's like, $4 million. I say, yes, honey, $4 million. Number 9 is $1.8 million. I don't understand this low key either for Roman J. Israel Esquire.
Well, you know why? Washington. Because he did it early.
Why?
So Denzel normally puts out movies at Christmas.
Oh.
This year he didn't. He did it a month before.
So what's that about then? Are you trying to screw him out of an Oscar?
No, to be honest, I think they just didn't know. They don't think it. I don't believe they felt it was going to be an amazing tale. It's like a good story.
Right.
It's definitely going to bring some revenue, but it didn't cost a lot to make.
Gotcha.
So I feel like they, Christmas time they really put out the big wings.
Point. Let me see. You're right, because that movie. Let's see how much it costs them to make that movie.
Because I was thinking about it the other day, and I'm like, wow, Denzel's coming out with a movie before Christmas. And most of his movies come out the week of Christmas, if he's going to drop a big title. Because even Fences came out right around Christmas.
Yeah, they did a small budget. They only spent $22 million on this one.
Yeah, and how much did they make?
So far, $3 million.
Yeah, so they're going to make their money back.
I hope so. And then the Bad Moms Christmas, starring Kevin. I think that's why he was crying on the lawn. He was apologizing for it.
Yeah.
And I didn't mean to do that movie. I didn't know I was going to have a hit show, and it's embarrassing. So it made $1.8 million this weekend, but in total, $56 million. Then a movie called The Star, about a whole bunch of donkeys chasing another donkey, made $2.7 million.
Wow.
And that is total $17 million.
That's even with Kevin's shirt off in the other movie.
Right. See? He better go back to the gym.
That's right.
Otherwise he'll be brought up speaking of being brought up on charges, Daddy's Home 2, starring Mel Gibson, made $4.9 million this weekend.
What was its totals today?
Total $64 million.
That movie get a lot of reviews.
And let's see what it cost to make Daddy's Home, but let's see how much it cost Daddy. Let's see here. It made, I want to click. There we go. Daddy's Home, oh, that's a pretty expensive budget, $69 million.
And how much did it make?
So far made 64. So it's going to make its money back.
Yeah, it's definitely making its money
back. But you know, it's funny because they had all big names.
Yeah, exactly.
John Lithgow, Mel Gibson.
Will Ferrell.
His legal fees alone probably cost the movie this budget. Mark Wahlberg.
I can't even do it.
He charges more if you don't call him Marky Mark.
So he charges more if you call him Marky
That's
Mark.
right. So they had to make sure they didn't do that. They said we're gonna give you more clothes than just underwear.
You know what I like about him?
Expensive.
I like that him and Will Ferrell are really friends.
Yes,
because they have a whole interview about his daughter, Will Ferrell.
Ever since the other guys, remember?
Yeah, but it made me laugh because it's like the clip was like about his son dating Mark Wahlberg's daughter.
Right.
And now at first it was like no. Now it's like he kind of warmed up to the idea because I guess they're friends.
Right.
So they text a lot and stuff.
Yeah.
And Will Ferrell made a joke and Mark Wahlberg was like, I mean, I love you, man, but your son will still get beat up. Like, and now he's like, well, you know, I'm warming up to the idea.
All right, we'll see. Once the receipts come in, we'll see. I'm just saying, everything has a price. That's all I'm saying. So Murder on the Orient. Someone got murdered because $5.2 million they held up in the bank for this. And in total made $66 million on a budget of only $55. So they're in the black.
Already in the black. There you
go. So they're choo-chooing their way into the place. Get it? Because it's a crane ride.
I didn't know that movie was a remake.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's been remade so many times. That's what they have to do nowadays. Because they don't want to waste the risk of money on an unproven concept, so everything's a remake. You know, everything's remake. The first Thor was really The Adventures in Babysitting, and they said, we could probably make a movie out of that.
I can't even do it.
And they did. And it made about the same.
I do like that movie.
It was good. And that was Bradley Whitford.
Yeah.
You know, then he was Get Out. Like, he made a flip and change. I'll tell you that right now. So Thor Ragnarok, $6.6 million. Oh, these numbers, when I give it the first number, by the way, is for one day.
Yeah.
Just so you know. And then in total...
For one weekend, right?
No, just for the day.
Oh, wow.
Right? And then in total, let me tell you, Thor went to, where is that place?
Ragnarok?
He went to Ragnarok, and he brought a whole bunch of rocks, and went to the pawn shop. $267,318,394. Man. And that was just used for the makeup to make Kate Blanchett look young. So that's good. That's good.
She's not even in
that movie. I love you, Kate. She is in the movie.
Kate Blanchett?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They had to pay a lot of money for her not to look like herself. But she's one of my favorite actresses, so I say it in jest, Kate. I love you. I love you, girl. And Wonder made $8.7 million in one day, and that was from field trips alone.
Not that.
And the movie in total made $55 million on a budget of NA.
That movie is going to be good.
NA is the budget on that.
You know why the budget's NA? Because the
all
story is based on a
time.
true story.
And that's what I love.
And what was it? Christina Aguilera met the boy that the story is based on and did this nice
Christina, she's in it?
No, but she did a song for because there was like a whole thing about it.
Really?
She met the boy who the movie is based on.
Right.
Sang a song for his family and stuff, and he got to meet her, and so there's people behind this. I'm sure even if it was a lot of money to make this movie, people like the stars, Owen Wilson and Julia Roberts.
Right.
I'm sure they were like, listen,
we'll just do it.
Give me half this time. It's fine. Because I'm going to give it away to charity anyways.
Right. That's totally fine. People forget Julia Roberts is worth like $700 million. Yeah. And so she's fine. I think she could still write a check at the dress store. Yeah. You work with commission, honey? Big mistake. Big mistake. So then it's Justice League somehow screwed people over of $16 million in one day, but they will be arrested for that, for thievery. And in total made $147 million. Again, they sold it all. And then number one, Coco made $18.6 million in one day, a total of $40.7 million. So Pixar, you get another building. This is a TiVoMike show. Take that, Disney.
Is the most important and oldest festival of the Christian church, celebrating the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Easter is an exceptional day because it makes me recognize what Jesus did. The scriptures are fulfilled because Jesus was killed, and I reflect on him. Because of him, I am able to stand with God. Planned from the beginning because God loves all his children. See, God never intended for me to die. Jesus gave me life. He set me free from my sin. Without him, I would have no salvation. I would have no eternal life. And you're probably like, Matt, I have no idea what that means. So let me explain the meaning. Over 2,000 years ago, Jesus, the Son of God, was arrested by religious men, went through an illegal trial before wicked men, betrayed and sentenced to death. Not for any crimes, not for anything he did. An innocent man who paid the price for all sin. God took my place on a Roman cross. For my sin, he was whipped. For my sin, brutally lashed with a lead tip. They struck him in the head with a stick. They stripped off his garments and put on crowns of thorns. They spit on him. In agony, without hostility, he did it to save humanity. He did it for me. Then he was crucified. His blood was everywhere as they dragged him through the mud, carrying his cross to the destination of his death. He was mocked and laughed at. For my sins, Jesus was tortured. 2 nails through his hands and 1 through his feet. The Romans raised him up as they hung him, and they threw dice by his feet, dividing his clothes underneath. Jesus said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. They said, if you're really king of the Jews, save yourself. They watched and scoffed him. They laughed and offered him a drink of sour wine. Then darkness fell across the sky. Light from the sun was gone. Then Jesus shouted, it is finished. And he released his spirit, and he died on a cross. And a Roman soldier shoved a spear in his chest just to make sure of his death. Not long after they put his body in the tomb, guards sealed it so no one can get through. 3 days later, the rock that sealed the tomb was moved. Jesus rose from the dead, the only man ever to defy death. He appeared to his disciples and said, anyone who believes in me will be saved. Anyone. Preach the good news. You now have my Holy Spirit with you. So if you believe in Jesus as your Savior, you will live forever.
Welcome back to the TiVoMike show, talking about the great budgets of these box office people.
Yes.
Let me just tell you this right now, that you can listen to our show regardless if you're at a box office or not, and we play in select cities, and you know what? We select all of them. So it's on iTunes and Google Play for free.
Yes.
Even if your phone was recalled. Not going to say which brand.
I can't.
I'm going to be fair. It could be any brand. Could have been recalled for a reason.
Yes.
They wanted an update, let's just say. A cooler version, let's say. So make sure whatever phone you have, you can listen to us. And if you don't have any of those platforms, go to TiVoMike.com and you can listen for free on demand. So one of the things we looked at over the break were the budgets for these things. Remember how we say on purpose, on paper, before the script is written.
Woo! You hear that, Hollywood?
So it's time for another, do we even have a sound effect for it? Yes, right here. It's time for a teachable moment. Boom. So dramatic. Let me tell you something, Warner Brothers. You guys are horrible. You didn't honor the legacy of these brothers.
This is true.
Okay? And they weren't colored.
Or happy.
Or happy. Or Negro. And we're brothers. So here's what it was. You have to understand, Warner Brothers, that you can't own a portion, don't care how small it is, of a critic site. That's called conflict of interest. It's like when Weinstein touches a girl. It's a conflict. Okay? It's called you're going to lose your job.
The thing I don't get is
you can't own it. Right.
And you didn't even get good reviews on it.
No. You don't own enough of it. That's bad. Your movie's garbage, which means the percentage of it did get, you got to knock it down by half.
Yeah.
So even the good ratings are bad because we don't trust you. That's like Trump owning a survey company, and his survey says he's the highest rated president of all time. Well, CNN would be a little suspicious.
Well, that's like, oh, he did something like that. So,
did he really? Oh, Lord, Trump.
He
pulled a Warner Brothers?
Essentially, yes, because he came out on record and said,
oh, no.
Well, I declined to be Time's Person of the Year because of X, Y, and Z.
Oh, my God.
So Time magazine was like, listen, he was never our Person of the Year.
Ever.
We had no intention on nominating him as Person of the Year.
Ever.
But, and remember, he did make it seem like he turned it down.
Yeah, sure he did. He turned it down. He turned down California. He turned down New York. He turned down everything, huh? He turned down The Apprentice. Listen, you can't pull a Warner Brothers. Yeah. So here's what we have to do, and this is a teachable moment we all learn. When you have a budget, this is on paper, on purpose, before the script is written.
Yes.
And you say, you know what we're going to do? We're going to copycat the wrong way Marvel. And we're going to put a movie together that is supposed to be a culmination of all these independent movies before the independent movies came out on these characters.
That's right.
We can give them their backstory in this culminated movie before we then put out movies about the backstories of the stories of the people that culminated together in that movie.
Exactly.
And we're going to say, spoiler alert, Superman is really alive, not really dead. No one ever thought he was really dead. So the whole point of the movie is you kind of waste 2.5 hours. So no one's going to say that to their face, except me. I'm saying it to their ears.
I will, too, because my thing is this, right?
Come on, people.
I watched the movie, and I was reluctant to watch it.
And did you see $300 million that were missing?
I did.
Did you see it?
I saw it missing.
Okay.
Because Cyborg was way too CGI'd for me. His costume or his getup was more CGI'd than that of the Power Rangers. And their whole costume was CGI'd. So I didn't get that. Also, how do you give me Cyborg's backstory? You did a really good job doing it. But let's not screw this up, because in 2019 you have the Solo movie coming. So please remember what you put in this movie, because I'm that guy.
Right.
I'm going to catch the mistake you make when you don't include how he became Cyborg.
Thank you.
Through the accident that killed his mom, but the father didn't want to let him go. I'm going to be the guy when you guys make the Solo movie and be like, that's not the story you told in Justice League.
Right. You said something, and then I'm going to say this. Oh, it's a different time period where you do a reimagining. Now, reimagine this. Let's suppose we live in a world, let's just suppose, that money is scarce. Let's just imagine we live in a world where tons of people don't have any of it. Let's just suppose that lots of people are close to food.
Yes.
Because they live in the wrong geological part of this earth that has unlimited food. And I'm not just talking about Kate's fridge. So here's what I have to say. You imagine we live in this planet, and someone says to you, we're going to spend not $300, not $300,000. Dollars, not yen.
Yeah. Not Bitcoin.
Not Bitcoin. And not pesos. No offense to any of those lesser currencies. $300,000. Nope. $300 million. Plus $100 to $200 million for commercials to hide the fact that you suck. Like you just had to pay just to keep the critics quiet.
Yes.
Okay, like shh.
I mean, I guess they did a smart thing because there's the post that says you can't save the world alone.
You can't. You can't even save your money.
Where they have it's TH and then the Batman symbol sideways.
Aww.
And then world is the W from Wonder Woman, ORLD. Yeah. Well, they took the clever. TH and the OR and said that DC was paying homage to Thor. So DC told you they can't save the world without Thor. Oh my God, DC, you're in a whole nother universe. Marvel's like, oh, thanks for the free advertisement.
Right.
Subliminal message, go see Thor.
Thank you. Here's the only difference, and I understand we have nerds that listen to our show.
Yes.
But really, nerds, calm down. The only difference between Marvel and DC are not just the letters involved of the names. But here's the difference. Marvel is full of people that live in a world where the money being spent on a movie isn't considered a donation.
Correct.
And DC, standing for donations, look at it as philanthropy. So DC decided to help people who needed it.
Yes.
Like Affleck and Samoa Man and The Flash. All these unknown actors. They needed help.
Well, Jason Momoa is known.
He's known to his wife. And so they needed money. The crew needed work.
True.
Jeremy
Irons was in it.
Yeah, there you go.
He played.
And he needs Social Security.
He needed something, yeah.
Something, because he's not eligible since he's not an American citizen. So he needed some dollars. So they decided to really put that out there, and to help the theaters get a few tickets sold.
True.
So it was philanthropy. So DC, they're the good guys. Marvel's those evil capitalistic bastards who actually look at it as an investment,
a job,
and get it as an ROI.
Yes.
Leftists, those are the people you should hate. Hate Marvel. They're the ones making profits. DC is like the government, just throwing money away. We should love them. They're the heroes, not those evil capitalistic bastards who want to make money. They're wrong. But we're right. This is the TiVoMike show.
That's right.
On Blog Talk Radio.
When you spoke my name, got the kind of thing going that tips the scales. Yeah, you keep me sane. I'll be the coffee or the skies will flutter by like butterflies.
If you love TV,
$405 and Libby.
if you love Jesus, we're going to love TiVoMike. The TiVoMike Show is a daily internet radio show that features the best of popular culture with a Christian point of view. TiVoMike teaches you about Jesus and popular TV shows with the entertainment guru, Mike Warner. From The Walking Dead to The Big Bang Theory, you'll experience entertainment that fills your spirit. The TiVoMike Show airs weekdays at 2 p.m. Eastern on Blog Talk Radio. Or subscribe on iTunes or Google Play. Learn more at TiVoMike.com. That's TiVoMike.com.
All right, guys, and also when you're already spending money on an investment, a charity, make sense of that money and spread it the right way.
Right.
When you already have a TV season that's going on season 5, I think, a show called Flash, and is being well reviewed and well received.
Thank you.
It only makes sense to take that same Flash and just give him a little more money,
right,
to make the appearance in the movie, not pay a whole nother actor to portray the same guy who is on TV already.
Thank you. It's so stupid.
It just doesn't make sense.
And it would make sense because it's all taking place current time.
Yes, and Marvel did that. If you look at Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they used the same guy that showed up in the movies as an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes.
He was Peggy Carter.
I love that story.
Peggy Carter.
He goes, I died. It was 10 seconds. Okay, it was still, I died.
The Peggy Carter, when she got the spinoff of Agent Carter, it was the same lady who played Peggy Carter in the movie. So, DC, you got a lot to learn.
Yeah.
You got a lot to learn.
So, but in the meantime, stay the government, inefficient and stupid with money.
Yes, because we enjoy watching you.
But everyone else, on paper, on purpose, before the script is written.
That's right. That's all we got today, Saint.
And that's a lot. That's a lot we had, Saints. That fixes the freaking world. Anyway, so there's only one way to truly live a blessed life, and that's to walk daily, not Sunday, with the creator of life, Christ Jesus. And I think he's also the creator of Marvel. Love you all. Bye-bye.
That's right, Saint. As always, you heard it here first. Subscribe on iTunes and Google Play. Be sure to rate us. Also, write us if you like us. If you don't, never mind. Until next time, Saints, I'm EasyMike84 on Twitter. Here's TiVoMike on Instagram. And our show, the TiVoMike Show, is on Facebook. Follow us, favorite us, retweet us. Hi, Saints. It's Mike Warner, associate producer and entertainment guru of the TiVoMike Show. And this half hour of the show is over. Thanks for making us one of the top-rated podcasts in the nation. You're one of 5,200 combined weekly listeners on all major podcast platforms. Find a platform that's best for you at TiVoMike.com.